By 2030, everything you know about money will be unrecognizable. The way you earn it, spend it, save it, and even the way you think about it, will all be rewritten. The system that shaped your parents' financial world is dying, and a new one is quietly taking its place. Most people won't see it coming until it's too late. In this video, you're going to understand exactly what's happening behind the scenes. Why traditional money is losing its power, how governments and corporations are reshaping the financial landscape, and what that means for your future wealth. You'll see how technology, AI, digital currencies, automation, is not just changing jobs or industries, but redefining what it means to be rich or poor. By the end of this video, you'll know how to protect yourself from the silent collapse of the old system, and more importantly, how to position yourself to thrive in the new one. Because the truth is, the next 5 years will decide everything. Those who adapt will rise faster than ever before, and those who don't will be left wondering how the world passed them by. So stay until the end, because once you understand what's coming, you'll never look at money the same way again. Right now, the rules of wealth are being rewritten in real time, and most people haven't noticed. We're living through a quiet revolution. For the first time in history, money is no longer just paper or metal, it's information. Data has become the new currency, and the people who know how to use it are already getting ahead. Think about it. The richest companies in the world, Apple, Google, Amazon, don't trade in products as much as they trade in information. They know your habits, your desires, your weaknesses. And in this new economy, that knowledge is power. By 2030, this gap between those who understand the new game and those who still play by the old rules will explode. Here's the truth. If your money sits in a bank, slowly losing value to inflation, you're playing defense in a game that now rewards offense. The world is shifting toward digital assets, decentralized systems, and automation-driven income. The people who adapt will multiply their opportunities. The rest will be replaced by algorithms. Wealth in 2030 won't be about how much you work. It'll be about how intelligently your money and data work for you. And that's what we're going to uncover step by step in this video. If you've ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you're still falling behind, hit that like button. You're not alone. This isn't about luck or privilege, it's about knowledge. And by understanding what's coming, you can finally play the game on your terms. The money you use today is losing power every single day. Not because you're spending it, but because the system itself is designed that way. Inflation, rising debt, endless money printing. It's all part of an economic cycle that quietly steals your purchasing power while making you believe everything is fine. Let's look at a simple example. In 2000, $1 could buy you what costs almost $2 today. In some countries, it's even worse. Your savings are worth half of what they were just 5 years ago. People feel like they're running faster but getting nowhere. That's not a coincidence. It's how the system keeps you dependent. Traditional money, cash, salaries, savings accounts, was built for a world that no longer exists. A world where jobs were stable, interest rates made your savings grow, and governments could manage economies without creating bubbles. But that world is gone. Technology and global markets move faster than any central bank can react. So what does this mean for you? It means holding cash is no longer safe. It means your salary alone won't protect you. It means you need to think differently, because the people who understand how value shifts are the ones who stay ahead. Here's the key insight. Money, in its old form, is becoming less important than what it represents: trust, time, and adaptability. Those who can move faster than inflation, who invest in real assets, who build income streams independent of traditional systems, will survive the transition. If you've ever noticed that your savings seem to vanish faster than they used to, drop a comment below. Because this isn't just happening to you, it's happening to everyone. The difference is, some people are waking up and changing how they play the game. We're entering a new era where money isn't printed, it's programmed. Digital currencies, blockchain technology, and central bank digital coins are reshaping what money even means. For centuries, governments controlled the supply of cash. Now, technology is taking that control to an entirely new level, where every transaction, every payment, every financial move can be tracked, analyzed, and even limited. This isn't science fiction, it's already happening. China's digital yuan is being tested in major cities. Europe is working on the digital euro. Even the US is exploring its version. And while these systems promise efficiency, they also raise new questions. What happens to privacy? What happens when money becomes code, something that can be rewritten, paused, or even deleted? But there's another side to this revolution: opportunity. Cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance, and tokenized assets are giving ordinary people access to tools once reserved for the elite. Imagine earning interest not from a bank, but from a digital platform that runs 24/7 and pays you directly. Imagine owning a fraction of a building, an artwork, or even a business, all through digital tokens. That's the power of programmable money. The winners of this decade will be those who understand how to use this technology instead of fearing it. You don't need to become a crypto expert overnight, but you do need to learn how the digital economy works, how to protect your data, how to store value outside traditional banks, how to take part in systems that reward innovation instead of dependency. The truth is, by 2030, digital money will be everywhere. The question is, will you be controlled by it, or will you use it to your advantage? If you've experimented with crypto, NFTs, or digital investments, share your experience in the comments. Others can learn from your wins and your mistakes. Because the future of money isn't just coming, it's already here. Every financial empire in history has eventually fallen, and ours is no exception. What we're witnessing right now is the slow-motion collapse of systems that once seemed untouchable. Banks, pension funds, national currencies. The cracks are already showing. Think about it. In the last few years, we've seen banks freeze accounts, countries default on debt, and entire markets depend on government bailouts just to survive. The promise that your money is safe has become a slogan, not a fact. When governments print trillions to keep the system alive, what they're really doing is borrowing your future to pay for today. And that's why so many people feel anxious right now. You work harder than ever, but things don't get easier. Prices rise faster than your income, your savings lose value, and traditional investments, like pensions, no longer guarantee stability. This isn't bad luck. It's a system that was never built for longevity. Here's the good news. Collapse always creates opportunity. When one system fails, a new one rises. Those who recognize the signs early, those who shift their mindset, don't just survive, they grow. During the 2008 crisis, some lost everything, while others built fortunes. The difference wasn't luck, it was perspective. So here's what I want you to do. Go to the comments right now and tell me, have you ever lost money because of the system? Maybe inflation hit your savings, maybe a bank limited your withdrawals, or maybe your investments didn't perform the way you expected. Share your story. The comments on this video are going to be a place where people wake up, learn from each other, and realize they're not alone. Because the truth is, the financial collapse isn't coming someday, it's already unfolding. The only question left is whether you'll be a victim of it, or someone who uses it to build something stronger. Technology has always created winners and losers, but never at this speed. Artificial intelligence, automation, and data algorithms are rewriting the very structure of opportunity. The jobs that built the middle class are disappearing, and a new class of digital wealth is emerging right before our eyes. Think about this. AI doesn't sleep, doesn't take breaks, and doesn't ask for a raise. It's already replacing repetitive work, bank clerks, accountants, customer service, but it's also outperforming humans in investing, marketing, and even creativity. The people who understand how to use these tools are multiplying their income. The people who ignore them are quietly being replaced. By 2030, most of the wealth won't come from physical labor. It'll come from leverage, using technology, capital, and data to multiply results. That's why the rich keep getting richer. They don't just work harder, they work smarter, through systems that work 24/7 for them. But here's what most people miss. This shift isn't only for billionaires. Anyone today can learn how to create automated income streams, invest in digital assets, or use AI to scale a business or side hustle. The barrier isn't money, it's mindset. If you're watching this and thinking, that sounds impossible for me, stop right there. Every major transformation in history looked impossible, until it became normal. 20 years ago, making money online seemed like a fantasy. Now, it's the foundation of the modern economy. Here's the challenge for you. Drop a comment and tell me how you're using technology to improve your finances, or how you want to start. Maybe it's an online project, an investment strategy, or simply learning about AI tools. Let's make the comment section a place of exchange, because sharing your story might inspire someone else to start. The truth is, by 2030, the biggest divide won't be between rich and poor. It'll be between the adapted and the outdated. Technology doesn't care about degrees, background, or where you were born. It only rewards those who are willing to learn. The rules that used to define financial success are dead. Saving money, climbing the corporate ladder, and waiting for retirement, that game no longer works. The new economy rewards speed, adaptability, and strategic thinking. And if you understand these new rules, you can completely change your financial future, no matter where you start. Rule number 1: don't save, invest intelligently. Cash is losing value faster than you can earn it. Every year you hold on to it, inflation quietly eats away your wealth. The solution isn't reckless investing, it's learning to make your money move. Study assets that grow faster than inflation: stocks, index funds, real estate, digital assets, businesses. The rich don't save for safety, they invest for growth. Rule number 2: build income streams, not job titles. Relying on one source of income is the biggest risk in the new world. Automation is replacing entire industries overnight. If your income depends on one paycheck, you're one algorithm away from financial instability. The people who thrive in 2030 will have multiple engines of income, some active, some passive, all working for them. Rule number 3: invest in yourself before anything else. Knowledge compounds faster than money. The skills you build today, communication, finance, AI literacy, adaptability, will pay you for decades. Every book, every course, every hour spent learning multiplies your ability to earn. And finally, rule number 4: control your mindset. The biggest obstacle between you and wealth isn't the economy, it's fear. Fear of losing, fear of trying, fear of looking foolish. The difference between those who rise and those who stay stuck isn't intelligence, it's courage. If you've learned something today that made you rethink how you use your money, leave a comment and tell me which rule hit you the hardest. Was it about investing? About mindset? About creating new income streams? I read every comment, and your insight might help someone else wake up too. Because preparing for 2030 doesn't start with predicting the future. It starts with building the habits and knowledge that make you ready for any future. Those who act now will look back 5 years from today and realize this was the moment everything changed.